Hey everybody, it's Christy Birchville. We're still working our way through the book of Ecclesiastes, and today we are on chapter 5, and we're looking at verses 13 through 20. We're finishing up this chapter, and Solomon's been talking so much about all the different things he's tried to find meaning. He tried a lot of stuff, didn't he? And as he's kind of thinking back over through everything, we have his epiphany moment where he starts to mention in verse 15, he says, "Everyone comes naked from their mother's womb, and as everyone comes, so they depart. They take nothing from their toil that they can carry in their hands." The old phrase, you can't take it with you, right? There's never a U-Haul behind a hearse. There's never any of those things that we're trying to carry with us into the afterlife. I mean, several cultures are built upon that idea. The Egyptian pyramids are full of things that people were going to need in the afterlife, and we're trying to take their stuff with them. It's not how it works. Solomon recognized this and realized all the stuff he had been putting together, building, creating, gathering, not going to matter. Not going to be a thing. And he can't take it with him when he dies. He's going to leave it to the people after him. And then he realizes that they aren't going to be super smart with what they do with it. So the question then becomes, if we are going to leave this world in the same way in which we came into it, which is with nothing, then what are we supposed to be doing with the time that we have here? Jesus talks about this in Matthew, where he explains that we should be laying up treasure for ourselves in heaven, where moth and rust don't destroy, where thieves don't break in and steal. That's the difference. Are we laying up treasure for ourselves somewhere where we're actually going to be able to use it later, where we're actually going to be able to have it for eternity? Or are we so busy focused on the here and the now and the temporal that this world here is where we're busy grabbing and compiling stuff? Solomon realized he'd spent a lifetime focusing on just the stuff here, and he hadn't been focused on what it would take to amass riches and wealth in eternity. What are we focused on? And that ultimately is the question, right? What are we spending our time trying to attain? Because we're busy, we're purposeful during the day, right? We're doing stuff. Is it to try to gain treasure here? Or is it try to gain treasure in heaven? Those are the pieces and something to think about, and definitely something that we can learn from Solomon's example today. Make sure you check out the rest of this series. There's a link to the entire playlist below as we go through the entire book of Ecclesiastes. You can also check out the Bible study that I wrote covering more in depth the book of Ecclesiastes. It's called Without Regrets, and you can find a link to that below as well. I hope that you'll have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon.